We've made a couple moves in the transfer window. Darko Trejov and Alexander Spekowski, who are both not very good players, hence their F rating, went out on loan to our affiliate Lokomotiva. They're a fourth division club, and they're star players there, which should tell you how bad they are for this level of football. We brought in Matthew Bozanovsky. He is dual citizenship. He is Australian and he is Macedonian. And when I went and checked for Macedonian players who were available for transfer, he popped up. I inquired about him and they gave him to me on a free. The only thing I had to pay was the agent fees and a couple other smaller fees, and that came out to like 4.9 thousand euros. So he's a defensive center back. As you can see, he is not all that fast, but he has good jumping reach, good stamina, good strength. Mentally, he's fairly solid across the board where I would expect him to be. The 14 positioning is nice. The 15 anticipation is nice. To me, that makes up for his lack of acceleration. That tells me he's going to know where he needs to be, and he's not going to get caught out of position. The other thing I love is that he's 6'5" and 231 pounds. The guy's going to be a beast in the center of the field, and he's going to be great at the near post headers. He's 2-star current ability, 3-star potential ability, 22 years old. Technically, he's not the best in some areas, but he's good where it counts. 12 heading, 15 marking, 11 tackling. The technique's a little bit on the low side. We're actually going to train him up on that. Let me see here. This technique, is it shooting the only way I'm going to get technique up? Okay, we can work on that. And he's a central defender. He's here. This is the only thing that I wasn't really happy about was he wanted $1,500 per week, and it's $1,400 after tax. That's really high. That makes him the highest paid player on the club. Now, the good news is I can afford that because I still have $13,000 in the wage budget to spend. The bad news is if it doesn't pan out, that's just money I'm losing going out the door. You know, we're barely in the black as it is. The fact that we've won some European football has really helped us out. But, you know, we're not going to get better. We're not going to improve unless we're solvent and financially stable. And until that happens, we're going to be playing it close to the vest. And that's not something I'm really comfortable with because, you know, you make one bad decision, it's going to really screw you over. So today we're playing Trepcsa. I don't know what the squiggly line at the bottom of the C is. 89. They are a Kosovan club. A little bit smaller than us. And they're probably in the same boat as us in terms of talent in that. So I expect a fairly even game. And then we have Scandija offline. We'll come back for the away. And then I'll probably do some offline stuff. And I have to load up the team attributes for this year or for this part of the save and figure out how they compare. I'm still kind of annoyed. I've got a lot of youth players whose attributes are falling, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if it's something I'm doing on my end or if it's just, I don't know. It's going to require some more investigation, and unfortunately, it's. I mentioned it a couple of days ago. I got a promotion at work, and since I've started that new position, I've literally been working overtime every day. It's just been absolutely insane. For the moment, we're down to rather 3 uploads a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm hoping in about 6 weeks or so, it'll calm down enough that I can go to 4 uploads a week. The big issue is we had a huge organization. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of people moving, a lot of people taking up roles that they didn't have before, a lot of people assuming new roles, and people who are in those roles essentially training those people up and getting and moving onwards and upwards. That's what's happening to me. So it's a lot more. We knew it was going to be time consuming. We know it was going to be, there were going to be some speed bumps. And so far the speed bumps we've had have been very, very tiny, but it's been just time consuming more than anything else. And I mean, just some things you can't rush. I mean, you put 9 women in a room, they're not going to give you a baby in a month. You know, it takes 9 months. And some projects and some things just take time. And convincing some of our customers that, yeah, it takes 2 weeks because it's going to take 2 weeks, and here's why. is interesting. So, but back to the game. This is the squad we're playing today. We got Kasevsky in goal, Sakarsky, Ilievsky, Bozanovsky, and Glisic as the defensive back four. Masevsky as the defensive midfielder, Muradi and Nikolaev as the midfielders of Boz and Velkovsky as the attacking mids, and Vardar up top as the striker. I need to fix my set pieces, so I'm going to do that here, and we'll be back with a match in just a bit. So we are the away club. Kakyu sends it forward. Muradi heads it over to Abaz. He kicks it back to Sakarsky. Sakarsky back up to Abaz. Abaz to Muradi. Back to Abaz. Over to Sakarsky. Ilievsky. Bozanovsky. Wow, he's tall. You can tell just by looking at him. Good grief. Vardar. We got distracted by Bozanovsky. Vardar with the goal. That was nice. Holy cow, he's tall. I mean, look at him. The guy's a giant. I mean, he's not Peter Crouch tall, but man, he's up there. A nice through ball to Vardar. And a good goal by the striker. Holy, wow. Glisic. Bozanovsky, and he scores off the set piece. Near post set pieces. He's obviously doing something right. Wow. I mean, look at him, for crying out loud. He's a freaking half a head taller, at least a head taller than everyone else. Glisic driving forward. Back to Bozanovsky. Oh, I moved my mouse. I thought he misplayed the ball. Jeez. Ilievsky up to Sakarsky. Muradi, Masevsky, Nikolaev. Up to Vardar. Vardar back out to Glisic. Glisic getting too fancy, almost lost the ball. Velkovsky, baseline. Muradi, oh, off the crossbar. Thaki just knocks it away. Up to Krasniki. And that is the highlight. Abaz off the throw-in. Back to Sakarsky. Sakarsky to Ilievsky. Ilievsky to Sakarsky. Masevsky. Back to Nikolaev. Over to Muradi. Vardar out to Glisic. Sends it back in again. What the heck was that? You had your opportunity, and you waited until they had more guys in the box. Krasniki and Gasevsky gets a hand on it. Pushes it wide left. Velkovsky heads it away. Ilievsky picks it up. Up to Abaz. Abaz drops it off to Nikolaev. Back to Abaz. He sends it back to Glisic. And that's the highlight. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on. And that is halftime. Thanks to a Vardar goal and a Bozniski header off of the set piece, we have a 2-0 lead. We're doing very well. Kakyu bombs it forward. Headed down. Muradi to Vardar. Drops it off to Nikolaev. He feeds Velkovsky. Tries feeding Vardar, but it was a poor pass. Krasniki to Corey. Back to Bitsi. To Kakyu. He bounces it forward again. Sudoku. Nope. Oh, Krasniki got by the two defenders and puts it away for the goal. Okay. Bozanovsky went up for the header, and he headed it, but he headed it to the wrong person. Actually, he didn't head it to the wrong person. The player just wasn't expecting the ball, and it bounced off his feet. Who is that? Is that Masevsky? That's Ilievsky. Okay. Sakarsky on the throw-in to Abaz. He gets it to Masevsky. Over to Nikolaev. Out to Glisic. Glisic. Nikolaev. Velkovsky. Glisic. Centers it to Vardar. Masevsky. Out to Sakarsky. Oh, nice slide save by Bashimi, but he gets it back and forth. Errant pass. Muradi. Holy cow. What a shot from Vardar. Aidli knocked it down. Krasniki couldn't get... Well, Krasniki got there, but he kicked it right at Masevsky. It caromed off him and went to Muradi. Muradi to Velkovsky, and Vardar at the top of the D. Just powered it in. Holy cow. This is interesting. That's our player position. 65 minutes in, we're going to make a sub after this. Nikolaev, Murati, Nikolaev, Vardar, Velkovsky, chests it down, takes the shot, and the keeper, very nice save. We're going to make a substitute here. Probably 2. Get Velkovsky off and bring on Ristov. We're going to switch Ilyevsky and Glisic, and then we're going to bring on Vaj. For Glisic. Can you do it again? Oh, he heads it over the crossbar. Murati, Abaz, back to Sikarsky, over to Murati. Back to Sikarsky. Vaj, Sikarsky. Vaj, Sikarsky, up to Abaz. Sikarsky feeds Abaz. Abaz turns around, passes it to Vardar. Vardar rounds the keeper for his 3rd goal. Wow. He's really turning into something. Yeah, Murati's gas. So we'll bring on Andonovsky. Nice job by the young striker. Went out just wide enough to pull the keeper off his line. Wasn't a lot he could do to stop that. Trepcsa to Bojnaku, Vardar, Krasniki, and he scores. They get one back. Wow. That was a quick strike. It was really good ball movement with them. And you notice, every time they're passing, the ball is mostly going towards our goal. And freaking seems like 75% of our passes go backwards before they go forwards. But at the same time, we're taking what they give us. So can't be too upset by that. Andonovsky to Abaz. Back to Andonovsky. To Sikarsky. Back to Andonovsky. Up to Abaz. Sikarsky. Misevsky. Bozanovsky to Nikolaev. Ristov. Misevsky. Vardar. Andonovsky. Abaz. He scores his 1st goal of the season. That's been a long time coming. I wonder if they heard me talking about it, because all of a sudden they got aggressive. Abaz just sitting between the 2 defenders right there. That was really, really nice. He was onside. Avidli to Krasniki. Back to Avidli. Back to Kaku. Forward, too far. Baj chests it down. Sikarsky. Long pass to Abaz. Got by between the defender. Oh, holy cow. Got between the defenders again. Just rifles a shot in upper left bins. Jeez. That was a cannon of a shot. Nothing the keeper could do to stop that. Wow, we're just absolutely dominating them. You know, but in all honesty, this could be going their way too. Sometimes you just have a bad day. Nice dispossession by Miskevsky. Ristov ends up with the ball, and he kicks it off Rexhaj. It goes out of bounds for a Vardar throw-in. Oh, Rexhaj fouled him. He's off. Ilyevsky. Short kicks it to Ristov. Back to Ilyevsky. Bozanovsky. Up to Nikolaev. Misevsky. Bozanovsky. Nikolaev. Andonovsky. Vardar feeds Abaz. Off the post. Plus, he was offsides. Should be getting close to the end of the game here. Sikarsky to Masevsky, back to Sikarsky. Andonovsky to Masevsky, centers it to Nikolaev. Nikolaev, back to Bozanovsky. Masevsky to Nikolaev. Andonovsky. To Vaj. Sikarsky. Vaz. Sikarsky. Vaj. Sikarsky. Abaz. Sikarsky. To Vaj. We have a right side of the field, correct? Unless we're just playing keep away and we don't, Okay, 20 shots, 10 on target, XG 2.69, 3 woodwork hits, 7 half chances, 8 long shots, dominated possession, won all of our tackles, won all of our headers. This could have been a lot more. Vardar, a hat trick's worth of goals. Bozanovsky, a header off the set piece. Baz, a hat trick, or a brace of goals. That was well done. We are going to save the game here real quick. And then we're opening up our league season against Skandija. I'm hoping we finished first last season. I'm hoping we can do the same again. But at this point, finishing top 4, as long as we get European football, that's all I'm worried about at this point. So we're going to play it offline. I have got to export the players and put those into the spreadsheet. So I'm going to do that now. Then we'll be back with our home match. I'm totally blanking on their name now. I was just looking at it. Against Trepcsa. Trepcsa 89 in just a bit. And this is what I was preparing for this season. Maximum of 0 foreign players. So if I go to team registration, I'm just going to auto select. It should select everybody. But like as an example, where is Adam Griffin Walton? Oh, they're letting me register them. I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to have to look into that. It took me a little bit longer to get the spreadsheet set up. So I don't use Office. I use Calc just simply because I like it better. But sometimes it does some weird stuff, and you just have to not exactly start from scratch, but start from the beginning of the page. Sometimes when you're running multiple tabs, every once in a while. I'm just making copy of the tabs and going in and adjusting additional formatting that way, and sometimes it doesn't like that at all. So we're going to have Skandija coming up here, and then we will be back for the home match in just a bit. Well, Darko Glisic sprained his knee ligaments. He's out 4 to 7 weeks. Alexander Stasevsky sprained his knee ligaments. He's out 2 to 5 weeks. And Georgi Jankelov, that was a couple weeks ago. He should be coming back fairly soon. And it never fails. I start recording, and George wants to go outside. So I will be back in just a bit. Now I'm going to start recording, and he's going to want to let back in here sometime in the near future. But that's okay. So, Glisic is injured. Replace him with Ilevsky. Bring Jordan Vaj on. And then bring on Masevsky. Put him on the bench. And then Vaskopiev. If you get a Bon off. So we've got Gasevsky in goal. Sikarsky, Vaj, Bozanovsky, and Ilievsky as the defensive back 4. Is he really my best option at right back? He really is, isn't he? May just have to find another right back for this season just for depth. We got Masevsky at the defensive mid, Murati and Nikolaev up top. So we got Gasevsky in goal, Sikarsky, Vaj, Bozanovsky, and Ilievsky as the defensive back 4. I'm going to have to go out and find someone else who can also play right back, just for depth more than anything else. Masevsky is the defensive midfielder, Murati and Nikolaev as the midfielders of Baz and Velkovsky up top as the attacking mids with Vardar as the striker. Now, if we didn't have such, let's say this out loud, a commanding lead, I'd be a little bit more worried about the starting 11. But Nikolaev sends it in, knocked away. Sakarski gets the ball under control to Vaj, up to Marathi. Centers it to a Baz or Nikolaev. Volkovsky turns around, takes a shot, hits it over the goal. Masevsky, out to Volkovsky. He taps it to Lievsky. Goes right. The man can't cross to save his life. Sakarski to Marathi. Masevsky to a Baz. Oh, and he puts it far post. Well done. That was nice. Sakarski to Marathi. Masevsky, who lofts it up. A Baz. Just tests it down and on the bounce past the keeper. That was nice. He's been quite the pickup for us. Are they gonna? Okay, he's onside. Come on, you've already given the goal. You know what? I need to take those replays off. Bodic can't handle it, but he gets it to Volkovsky, who can. He puts it upper left corner. Zalewski throws it in. Nikolaev to Masevsky. Backheel pass. Wow. It's almost like they planned that. I didn't plan that. That's not a set piece I drew up. Just go down to balanced. There's no need to put the screws to him. Masevsky, Bozanovsky, Ilievsky, Volkovsky. Actually, what I need is a formation, like a 3 at the back. A Baz bounces it off a... Holy, blanking on the name again. Son of a gun. Trepcsa. It's something with this. Trepcsa 89. And that is half. 9 shots, 2 on target for us. Trepcsa has not done anything. Plana to Marina. Krasniki. Back to Thaki. Up to Krasniki. To Krasniki. Sudoku. To Krasniki. Must be the Bosnian version of Masevsky. "60 minutes in, we'll make a couple substitutions here. Bring Volkovsky off and bring on Ristov. Take a Baz off and bring on Gajufi. We'll take Nikolov off and bring on Endovsky. I got the personnel for a 3-4. One, 2, 3-4-2-1, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll figure it out. But for the moment, Kakiu holding up the ball, sends it forward, headed down, ends up at Kajufi's feet. Masevsky lofts the ball to Ristov. Ristov driving forward, gets it to Andonovsky, back to Ristov, to Ilievsky. He sends it, tries sending it in, he bounces it off a player. Oh, Kaki came out to get it and missed the ball. And Ilievsky was there to tap it in over him. That is just bad luck. Krasniki did well to stop it. Kaki tried knocking it away, but it went right to Gajufi. He just towed it right over everybody. Kickoff highlight here. Krasniki to Wadir. Bajelsmani. Okay. Wadir centers it. Sudoku knocked away, but he gets his rebound and puts it back. Sadiku. That's an I. Yep, Sadiku. Baj Salmani. Okay. Good ball movement by them. Nice recovery by Sadiku to get the Karam. Murati heads the ball down off the throw to Gajufi. Sakarski. Back and forth. Gajufi to Murati. Across the top of the box, rather. Andonovsky ends up taking a shot and skies it. 7,400 in attendance. That's not bad. We're getting there. One of these days we'll break 10,000. In the meantime, Elevsky's at 54%, and everybody's about ready to die because we played a lot of games in a short amount of time. And with that, we win 3-1, winning 9-3 on aggregate. 12 shots, 3 on target, 5 and 2 for Trepcsa. €84,000 in our pocket. And Sheriff Tiraspol, the giant killers that are the Moldovan Transnistrian. Sheriff Tiraspol. We have our work cut out for us. Some very good players. Adama Traore. Am I thinking of another Adama Traore, or is this the Adama Traore? It's another Adama Traore. Okay. Definitely have our work cut out. And I need to find some help at the defensive back line and come up with a second formation. It's about that time. Heck, we're 3 seasons in. So, some very good wins for us. It gets a little bit harder the next group of games, which once this saves, we will figure out when that is. A week. So we got Tickfest offline and then Sheriff Tiraspol. So we'll come back for Sheriff Tiraspol. And we're home first. Okay. Now we're going to do what we can. So we're off to a good start. We beat Scandija. We're currently tied for first in the league. Our Euro Cup 2 campaign is going really well. Quite happy. So Sheriff Tiraspol is going to be tough. So this is 4th qualifying now. But if we beat them, we go to the group stage. That's where the real money is. I don't know. It's going to be tough. We're going to have our work cut out for us, but we're going to give them a game. They're going to know they played us. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least. We'll see exactly how we match up. So, that said, if you did like what you've seen in here, please subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM22. I thank you for watching.